we are live.
Live. Hi again.
Hi again. So I'm happy to be here today in that round. It's our first live event talking about AI news, and yeah, it will be a little bit like just talking about opinions about different things. We will do it regularly at the moment. And if you want to participate, just use the chat and share your opinion or your question about one of the news we talk about. Today we want to talk about text to game, a new sort of using prompts, about lip sync and some new AI models which popped out. Yes, but before we start with that, we do a little introduction of ourselves so you know who we are, and yeah, then we direct start with the news. So Katja, would you like to begin?
Sure. I'm Katja. I'm a graphic designer and on the team of PromptMate. I think in terms of AI, my approach or my interest is rather the human-centered approach. As a graphic designer, I'm always interested in like generating or creating content that's authentic and it's tangible. And yeah, so that's me.
Awesome. And somebody has WhatsApp on. So yes, I'm Eugene. You might have seen me in some PromptMate videos on YouTube, the AI version or the real version. This is the real one. I'm a digital marketing expert, a data-driven marketer, and I work with PromptMate for a while now, and very fascinated and interested to solve use cases with AI and see where this takes us, this adventure. Very interesting.
Thanks. So yes, I'm Michael. I'm the founder of PromptMate, but also founder of SearchView. I have a tech background, and a tech and online marketing background. That's in combination. And yes, AI is changing the market, and yeah, I'm really interested what's coming on in the future, and it's in a speed. Whoa. Yes, it's impressive, and yeah, we try to help people to catch up all the news with that format, and also to help with working with AI with PromptMate. But today it's not about AI PromptMate. It's about AI news. So I would say we start with our first topic. Text to game. Sounds incredible, let's take a look on the research firm, or what Google DeepMind has built there. You see here some information about the paper, what they have built, and at the end you can see here is a little jump run, and these jump runs are built from prompts. So you can just say, oh, I want to have a Mickey Mouse jumping through a garden or something like that, and it creates usable jump runs or something like that. Here's no real example you can play. That would be something what we really interested in. But at the end, it's a research paper. It's nothing you can do today, but it shows the possibilities of generative AI, and yeah, it gives a little view in the future, I think. Eugene, yeah. What would you build? What would you build if you can text a game?
There's so many things that go through your mind when you see these things. I think the reason they publish these before actually showing examples why they are, what was the applicability of these, is because they are also curious to see the public and what they come up with. And the first thing as a marketer, I say how you can gamify your brand. Like that's the first direct approach, and or improve your user experience, or make sure the users spend even more time on your, I don't know, website or your platform. And it's very fascinating, and this also democratizes a little bit gaming in general, because how many people have great ideas but they cannot actually go into it and start building games. But this just changes that, and that's pretty much it for now, and then we will see where this goes. But it's very it looks very promising, and I think it will change so many things.
Yeah. The question, if you say democratize gaming, I see it also in the music sector. It's everybody can do some music with AI, but if I hear to Amazon Music and there's so an AI chord song in my playlist, I hate it. You can, I think you can hear it at some point, but yeah, and that's also somebody can build great games with great ideas, but it could also be the other way around. You just get some trash games on Android
you will like, if you think about it, even if you hear some of these interviews from the Beatles, they said the first band sucked, the first song sucked. It always sucks at the beginning, but then it's enough to get the courage and get into it, and then of course you will have improvements and better versions time after time. And as you said in the beginning, time flies so much. Like these are so fast that it will go from version 1 to version in a short amount of time. So I think it's still a good, like, again, I think a lot of people will be doing things that they never thought of.
At the end of the day, it's only just a tool that you need to get really good at in order to produce a good result, right? So while the market might get really flooded, and it's not that any of us have the extra time to scan through all these like things flooded onto the market in order to find the right or find a good thing, but at the end of the day, it'll crystallize, who needs it and for what, and in which way it can be really beneficial for something.
I agree.
Yeah, it's the same with AI images. So you need so much time to create a really good one. Also, if you have great prompt templates or something like that, you need to you need time. And normally you say, okay, I make much things faster, but sometimes I struggle and say, oh no, it just seems you're just doing other things. But yeah, I think that's also in game design.
I think this also has to do with how are you trying to do with AI what you are an expert in a little bit. Like, for example, for SEO, you definitely, or marketing, you definitely have a few more clearer ideas. But for example, if you don't know the genres in like, for example, for interior designers, they know what the Swedish house or the Renaissance model are, and they know the concepts, so they know what direction to go in terms of giving the prompts, because they studied architecture, for example, or whatever. So it's a little bit, it has to do a little bit with your background as well.
Yeah,
absolutely. If I see those snippets also, and if I apply my knowledge of image generation or editing an image to this, then this is such a short snippet, and where's the rest of the background? Where will it go? All these questions pop up in my head. So it doesn't say necessarily that it gives you anything valuable to work with, unless you only need the snippet and you will apply it to something bigger.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yes. So let's take a look on the next topic. I would say text to game is impressive, but it's the future. It's not available at the moment. Lip sync. There are some videos online there. It's also incredible. So we have in the past we have had Zora. I think there's no one outside in the bubble who didn't have seen videos from Zora, so we don't know. We don't need to show them now. But there are two new things. That one is a research from the Alibaba group about lip sync or face. Don't know. We take a look on the video, and one other from Pika. I just will play one here. And it's really impressive that the complete face is fitting to the music, and it's just done by reference image and a song which is uploaded, and that's if that's public, that would be really impressive, and you can do much with it. Also Zora is really impressive, but yeah, it's still not there. Also, this one is not there. There are some other examples. We will share the links to that after our video. And it's really interesting what this paper is about. The other thing is what is also, I think, in the same week is the Pika lip sync feature, and here it's a little bit different, like that one from Emerald. And yeah, that's spectacular. It's also impressive, but there are two main differences. The one is it's available now. You can use it. You can upload a video and a MP or audio file, or just let Pika create the audio file, and it gives you a lip synced thing. The second is you see it in that video. There are only short snippets, and it's like in the video creation you have at the moment. You have these 3 seconds with extending, so 7 seconds is the maximum for a video, and it's the same with this one. You can do I don't know, 10 seconds video. That's fine, but it's here you see it's cut. There's a cut. But yeah, it's impressive what you can do, and it's and the other thing, it's live, and that's something you you can use today. Katja, what would you like to build with it? Any idea?
Yeah, absolutely. Trend is 3 seconds all that's needed. It's usually the attention span that we're working with in terms of any marketing. If we're talking about producing a reel, within 3 seconds you have to have caught the user's attention. Usually also the snippets that I built, say a reel with for Instagram, that's not much longer than 3 seconds in any way, or maybe slightly longer, but then the speech text would be shorter in any way. So I guess, in terms of marketing, using it to put a face to a brand if it doesn't have one yet, creating content in that way that it's a little bit more personalized. Yeah, that would come to mind immediately.
Yeah, that's correct. So you can upload every video or image. Oh no, it's as far as you need to upload a video, but you can create a video from image. So you have to do something. It's still not like saying, oh, it's now creating me a video from something. No, you need to first create the video, then you need to get the voice done right, and after that you can build that. And one thing to add here also, it is only available in the pro version of Pika, so it's $80 or don't know, something like that in a month. Yeah, all the things get more expensive over time. So the first ChatGPT version was free, and wow, all was impressed. So it was a great marketing thing. But you can see from model to model that also others don't get cheaper. It's just gets the other way around. We need to be, the future is that we need to pay for each AI thing, and then it's also something we need to talk about, to think about how much worth it is to use AI to do a job I can do also, or others can do better, and that would be also a challenge in the future for every tool. And I know companies who have a tool stack AI wise for thousands of dollars now, and it's not getting cheaper there. But yeah, the possibilities are awesome, I think.
But again,
Obviously,
I think
this has. Yeah,
sorry,
sorry.
Eugene. No, you go.
I just wanted to say that, of course, these cost as well, right? So there's the costs behind these. That's why all the startups or the companies have to adjust to make a profit too.
Yeah.
And and then there's a war right now to make chips better and cheaper, and it's very interesting. It's the most interesting time right now. So yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to pick on something that Michael said earlier when you said it's not, you still have to do something. You have to upload an image. You have to do these things. I would actually expect, in fact, I expect them even more than having to do less, because my interest, and again, we're talking about someone that's now a professional using this, in order to speed up a process that they're already doing in any way. So I want to personalize it as much as I can. I want to have an influence on the colors. I want to have an influence on the tone of voice. I want to have an influence on the appearance of it all. So I do expect of the tool that it gives me all these, parameters to generate an outcome that's really specific to the brand that I'm creating it for example.
Yeah, and that's something which is also complicated. I think you have said it sometime before, that it, if you don't give in much input, just say, oh, create me an image of a cowboy, don't know, then you get a good result. But if you want something special, he's riding on a horse, jumping over don't know what, then the results get worse and worse, or not as expected as you were. And that's also something which gets better. So each new stable diffusion version, it's getting better. But yeah, it's hard to get a good result what you need, not what you can imagine, what you need.
Absolutely. And besides the quality, one huge topic there for me is localization in terms of where is the setting. It's now, yes, maybe there was a cowboy in our scene, but he's not going to be in a Nevada desert. But for my brand, I need him to be, in a specific environment, in a specific time of year,
Setting, yeah.
with a specific. And
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
localization is a huge question, especially depending on where the model is from. Is it a Japanese model? Is it a American-based model? So
between the two, which one do you guys prefer? Because personally, I see the first one being a little bit more internetish, meaning that the fact that you can upload, I don't know, a scene from Titanic or Mona Lisa, and I think that's more meme-ish, more. I think people will adjust more to that instead of being like, okay, I'm gonna create a video. Because if we're making content, the first thing you want to reach out people, so you get what's out there already and try to remix it or edit it and then get eyeballs and get more traffic from that. So I think, I know it's not available, but despite that, the first one is way, like the other tool is way, this one is, I think it has more potential for the fact that, and I can't believe, I don't know how they did it, but the emotions behind the words that they are saying, it's incredible. I mean, insane work.
But yeah, that's the thing with these papers out there. It's just yes, we have done that and we have built that. It's the same with Zora. but at the end, and they have great examples here, but at the end, you don't know how much examples they have created to get these out of there, and what didn't work. That's the other way around. And
if this was the case, because of course we know how this works, and they have just put the Hall of Fame, right? So yeah.
Also in the with the Zora videos, you don't know how much unusable stuff is getting out of one rendering or one prompt. If you need to get 100 versions to get one out, which is good or not, that's something we then will see in live. So everybody who has worked with image generation, or also text generation, or video generation, who has done that, you do 10 attempts to get a good one out. Yes, you can work on your prompts, you can engineer your prompts and get a good result faster. In text, that is easier to do than in image, and video is more complicated in my eyes. So it's hard to get a good result which fits your needs at the end.
And very quickly, we're back at the topic of cost then as well, because obviously with text, it's a lot less data, it's a lot cheaper, starting with, a free ChatGPT model, where if you get a good result here after 10 trials, I don't know if you know what the cost is going to be, but you're very quickly going to look at a high cost compared to actually going through the trouble and just asking the person that you need a statement from to film it themselves and having something more authentic, so there's a thin line.
At this point, I'm wondering if it will be a good PR move to also show the worst results. Nobody's doing it. Everyone is just focusing on showing how good they are, but maybe, nobody's doing it. Like, you can also end up with this.
I think we need some outtakes from our productions later. Yes. So I would say we have 8 minutes left. We skip to the next topic. It's a more technical topic. So yeah, that were great things. The evolution of text models, or of models in general. We have GPT 3.5 or 3 or now 4, and I think at the moment every week there are 2, 3, 5 models which are new, where one is beating ChatGPT and is better than. And yeah, there's the next one. So we have new models out there. We have Mistral. They have announced the large model. We have Claude. It was some days before with the Claude 3 model. And if you take a look on their blog post, you will see some cost and things. That's also again, it costs much. I come back later to that topic, but all these great machine learning text generation tests out there are done here, and you can see that Claude 3 and the best version, the biggest version, just beats ChatGPT 4 in all tests here. And also in the past we have had Gemini, who beats GPT-4 in different things, and yeah, it's incredible how much is happening there. At the end, all the models doing the same in different qualities. So it's a real battle, and we will see where we come out. Is it possible that all the models at the end get 100% in all their tests? What do you think?
Or survival of the fittest.
Yes.
I'm saying if not, then it's survival of the fittest. Then we might end up
Absolutely.
with one really good AI model and all the others are kicked out the game.
We see that every time in big industries, etc., where they just start. I mean, think about BlackBerry, and then the iPhone came. So yeah, but I think it's good that there's competition, which means that we will get better versions sooner. So yeah, and then this is they are racing the same race, and very interesting. But again, the we as users benefit from this crazy competition they are just going through. And yeah, I haven't tried it personally yet. I think with PromptMate we will be able to use Mistral, and I can't wait to get into it. So yeah, this is also a news for the users that everyone now can also, amongst other AI systems, they can also use Mistral besides Bard or ChatGPT 4 or Gemini or yeah, very interesting.
We will also integrate Claude in the next 1 week or 2 week, just on it. But yeah, it's also a multimodal model, so it can also analyzes images or get text from it, and it just gives you an answer. It looks good. It's hard to compare in what is in every text model. So you get every time you get an answer. Yeah, you can do some standardized tests and ask them what is 1 + 1 and what is 2 + 2 and some other things. You can also check, is it reasonable what it is answering at that point. But you can't say, is it complete or is it more complete than another one? So, and the other thing is, especially with these great tests out there, is on what is that model trained. So if they get some tests which are similar into the training data, it has direct implication on the possibilities to solve that task. And yeah, it's like Gemini before. So they came out and say, hey, we beat the ChatGPT, and everybody who has worked with it just said, so, oh no, it isn't as good. It's, yeah, sometimes it is equal, but it's not better, and sometimes it's not as good. And Claude is also something we need to figure out for what task it can be used. Perhaps it's in some points it's better, or could we just use it in overall? I think in some cases it's better to ask ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and Mistral, and see what is the answers, and do a summary of that, and you have the knowledge of all that models instead of just using one. But yeah, it's hard to say, hard to compare. I think it's you need to check out your use case and see what are the results, and does it give you an answer which is satisfying? Is it talking awesome shit like ChatGPT, or just a little bit cleaner and clearer?
Exactly.
I think ChatGPT users know what's all is awesome and seamless and what else. And yeah, they are trained on different things. They are instructed on different things, and yeah, it's hard to compare, I think.
At the end, it's all about what people will say about it, because you can train it on things that might be just to show better data compared to, I don't know, GPT-4. But if people say, well, it's not doing any good for them, then you just lost the last game, right? So
my knowledge cutoff is more recent. But ChatGPT has also a more recent. Yeah, but
now very interesting.
we can talk to Claude. Yeah, but it's awesome what speed is in there, and I'm interested what we are seeing till our next news round. We are done now. I think the time is over. It was me a pleasure to talk with you and to
Likewise.
have such a great audience. Yes, we don't know. We will do a next one in the next week. On depends a little bit what news are coming out, and
let us
hopefully-
know. Let us know what you want us to talk about. Let us know in the comments or get involved with our social media: Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube as well.
Yeah,
And,
or just contact us directly. We are happy, and
Absolutely.
hopefully we see you again in the next AI news by PromptMate.
Awesome.
Thanks. Bye.
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 Bye.